Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm working on a Lenovo Ideapad Flex 3. The exact model used in this video will be below in the description, but this should help you with any of the Flex 3 series models. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your speakers. So first thing, power down your computer the correct way. Make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip the computer over to access our bottom case screws. Now you have 5 screws, 2 in the front of the computer, 3 down by the rear. After these screws are removed, you're going to take a small, flat, preferably plastic pry tool. I say plastic because it'll scratch your case less than a metal one will. And you're going to go across the seam of your bottom case and pry it off from the rest of your computer. It's generally easier to start down by the hinges in either corner. And if you're going around and you get stuck, leave it. Start in the other direction and go the other way. Also, be careful not to put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Just keep it on the edge, nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. Once you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. As a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any replacement or upgrade parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that will be a list of all those tools and supplies and replacement parts for this specific model computer. Now, before touching any component in a computer, I always either remove or at least unplug my battery. A computer is safest to work on when as little power as possible is running through it. So here's your battery right here. There are 5 screws holding it down. You can see by these white arrows and white triangles, they point out all the screws holding your battery down. So that's how you would get your battery up, and the battery plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, as with any cables or wires in a computer, we try to avoid pulling on the wires themselves as much as possible because they could break or they could come right out of the plug. Instead, we try to focus on the plug if at all possible. So use your fingernails or a pry tool, maybe even a pair of pliers after getting the battery up to pull that out of that port right there. So you have 2 speakers, one on the upper right corner of my screen and one on the upper left corner of my screen. Now, the one on the right does not plug into the motherboard itself. The wire goes under the battery, plugs into this speaker, and then this speaker plugs into the motherboard right here. The speakers themselves are not screwed down, so they're relatively easy to take up. You see these little blue rubber washers here that go around these posts for sound insulation. Those just wiggle right off of those posts, so you can take those up again fairly easily. And as mentioned before, definitely do not pull on these wires. They're very, very fragile. They do pull out of that plug sometimes. So use the grip on either side of that plug with your fingernails or a pry tool, and you'll be able to get that out of that plug pretty easily. These speakers can be pretty hard to find on Amazon, where I usually get my parts. I will try to have a replacement option below in the description in that link I told you about, with all the replacement parts for this model computer. But if I can't find any on Amazon and I can't get them in that list, try looking on sites like eBay or other sites. You may be able to find speakers there. And as a last side note to this type of operation, if you're having sound quality issues in your computer, if the sound only works in some software, not others, or any type of sound issues like that, you may need to replace your speakers. Or it could be something else. It could be a driver issue, a system issue. There will be a video link above. Also below in the description, it'll be a tutorial showing you how to update all your drivers, update your system, rule that out before attempting to come in here and try an invasive repair like this. But that's the end of this video, how to get inside the Flex 3 and access your speakers. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related link section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.